Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital recap for Tuesday, June 15th. First off, we got Kim Kardashian and Ethereum Max. Why? That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw this stupid post come out on her Instagram. It says on Monday morning, Kim Kardashian posted this story to her more than 210 million Instagram followers. It says, "Are you guys into crypto? This is not financial advice, but sharing what my friends just told me about the Ethereum Max token. A few minutes ago, Ethereum Max burned 400 trillion tokens, literally 50% of their admin wallet, giving back to the entire Emacs community. Swipe up." What a load of dog shit. We got Kim Kardashian in the mix now. We got Paris Hilton, who, let's not forget, was talking about NFTs. We got Angela White, Dogecoin, and even back in the day, Stormy Daniels promoting cryptocurrency and the future of porn. If you are taking your advice from softcore porn actresses, I would highly advise you to get your head checked. Would not be listening to Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton. They literally got famous for... You guys know why. It would make zero sense to me to actually listen to them. Chances are they are trying to build up a community in a coin that has just came out, and they will most likely be dumping on people later down the line. Not to say that you couldn't make a ton of money off of this crypto, but most people will get greedy and they'll see that their portfolios are ballooning and they will forget to sell. And then the price will crash and then they will be at a loss. So be very, very careful if you are going to jump into Ethereum Max. It says plenty of celebrities and influencers have promoted cryptocurrency, as we just discussed, talking about DJ Khaled, Paris Hilton, but Kim K's post is almost certainly the biggest single piece of social media crypto promo ever in terms of absolute reach. And it comes on the heels of shoutouts for Ethereum Max from other big names. And this was including the NBA great Paul Pierce and boxing legend Floyd Mayweather. So you guys really have to think, are these guys really just that stoked on Ethereum Max, where it's going to basically be like another Bitcoin, a Bitcoin Cash, a Bitcoin Gold, a Bitcoin Diamond, or any other cryptocurrency that uses the word Bitcoin to try and promote the project? Probably is going to end up going by the wayside most likely. I would definitely look for other assets that have real world utility. It says that all seems very impressive, but you might be wondering what Ethereum Max is and whether you should be buying it. So what is Ethereum Max? So some basics. Ethereum Max was launched a month ago, and according to its website, EMAX is an ERC20 token. Just means it's built on the Ethereum blockchain, and it is not a fork, an upgrade, or a competitor of Ethereum. And an ERC20 token requires very little technical skills to create, which is the point. And they want to make it easy for projects to be built on Ethereum. So they're taking advantage of the functions of the blockchain itself. So it says that despite the name, EMAX is not affiliated with any of the developers behind Ethereum. And that's a fairly common problem in crypto. As we discussed, there is no copyright police. Basically, you can make Ethereum BTFD if you wanted, and you could essentially be having a coin that uses the Ethereum name. So it says, while some ERC20s are just for fun and have no real function, which is like 90% of them, others are used to operate secondary software systems. And it says that it's hard to figure out exactly how EMAX works. The tokenomics section of the project's homepage contains only vague descriptions of community perks, and a forthcoming NFT marketplace also promises yield rewards that distribute 3% of all transactions. So it doesn't really look like there's too much going on with EMAX. There's hardly any information on the homepage. And apparently what I was reading earlier was that there were a lot of typos on that homepage, which is not a good sign if you ask me. And it asks, is Kim K a paid shill? Yes, she is, because at the bottom of her little post, it said hashtag ad for advertisement. So people need to disclose this stuff if they are promoting cryptocurrency projects or really any project in general. And it's utilized for social media influencers who post ads for beauty products and health supplements and whatnot. So it basically says Kim's disclosure is there for her protection. But that guy, Paul Pierce, or the NBA guy, whatever his name was, did not say that that was a ad when he promoted it, nor did the other Floyd Mayweather say that he was promoting it as an ad. Could be that they just did the research, or most likely they're getting paid anywhere between $300 to $500 a post like Kim K does. Sometimes it's more, but because it was on the stories of her feed, maybe it was less money. But it really does raise the question about celebrities promoting any project in general. In my opinion, if you have to get celebrities to promote the project, it's probably not worth investing in. I do not see Stellar Lumens or Ripple getting any of the softcore porn actresses to promote their projects. So I would not be looking into EMAX, even if I could make crazy gains. I'm all about that utility, as we talked about before. XRP, XLM, even Telcoin, DENT, and a host of others that actually serve real-world use case, in my opinion and our opinion, is where you need to be. So I think we can skip over this Kim K article now. We'll go on to the next news here. Sticking with Ethereum. Ethereum's $1.5 billion options expiry on June 25th will be a make or break moment. It says bulls and bears are equally nervous about the possible outcome of the June 25th $1.5 billion Ethereum options expiration. So, in my opinion, this could be bullish for the crypto market as a whole. And the main reason I say this, I know there's a lot of fake outs that took place, like we saw with the Coinbase IPO, we saw with the Elon Musk Dogecoin SNL. But given the fact that we just saw the 50% pullback in Bitcoin and have now appears to be finding support, to me, it would make perfect sense if the altcoin market starts to really take off and that Bitcoin dominance continues to drop, and the Ethereum expiration would be the perfect timing, in my opinion, for altcoins to really start making a move to the upside while that BTC dominance falls. I would also be looking for Dash and Bitcoin Cash and some of the others that we talk about in our newsletter to start making a move north. It says that recent history shows a mix of bullish and bearish catalysts. It goes into some past price movement. But like I said, to me, it seems like the perfect storm for Ethereum to really start going in and start making its way towards that $10,000 mark. And it is summertime. We did see a nice move during the summertime in the 2017 start of 2018 bull run. So I will call out a prediction here. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but I would anticipate Ethereum and altcoins really starting to make their move for this second wave here over the course of the next 2 to 3 months. The rest of summer should be an epic one if this comes to fruition. Speaking of Ethereum, we got Vitalik. He has made 4.3 millis from his 25K investment in Dogecoin. So think about that. What is that? So he's gone up 160x roughly, if my math is correct. In my opinion, Dogecoin gains would probably be exhausted at this point. And the cool thing was that Vitalik did say that he gave it all away to charity. So good for him. Took his crazy gains and did something epic with it. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Ethereum here. Let's actually take a double check here. I want to see exactly how far we have come in this meme coin that Elon Musk loves to shill. We'll go from the start of 2020 here. We won't even go back to 2019. Just the start of 2020. Where are we at? 32,000%, 320x your money. So next up, we talked about Stellar. Stellar's Lisa Nestor. Crypto wallets anywhere in the world can now have savings accounts. Pretty interesting. It says that the blockchain-based network for currencies and payments recently announced a significant milestone achieved by partnering with payment processor Wire. The latter launched a new wire savings API where fintechs can access yield earning savings products leveraging Stellar USDC. It says Nestor believes the new partnership will facilitate fiat to crypto payments, and it would have a really big impact in the market because of Wire's reach to its giant customers from the fintech sector. That seems very similar to me how we have seen partnerships in the telecom industry, like with Telcoin, where they incentivize the telecom providers because they already have all the KYC and AML customer database. It's very easy for them to implement. So it seems like the same thing is happening here with Wire. Since they already have a huge customer base, they can now go ahead and implement this new technology. It says with the new initiative, the same fintechs will be able to individually consume the savings products for their own enterprise treasury and offer it to their end customers via the API. So that means that a crypto wallet anywhere in the world can suddenly enable their users to not only get access to a fast, cheap version of USDC, but they can also offer them this savings account where they can earn yield on it. Pretty epic, if you ask me. And let's not forget, Ukraine was talking about using Stellar to implement their central-backed digital currencies. And we also know that German banks are also using the Stellar Lumens technology to issue their own currencies. So, pretty epic. We also got to keep in mind that Stellar is a non-profit, whereas Ripple is a for-profit. And we know that Stellar is an exact carbon copy, basically, of the XRP ledger. So there may be a little less red tape here for a company like Stellar, whereas Ripple, being for-profit and trying to go public here, could be a little bit easier for them to be adopted and utilized for central bank digital currencies, which we're already starting to see. Next up, it says you already have more than enough Bitcoin, where Peter Schiff tells that to Michael Saylor. Pretty interesting. Peter Schiff, being a gold bug, still hates Bitcoin, even though it's up like 5 million X since he started bashing it. But Michael Saylor continues to buy. And Schiff says to Saylor that he is truly insane. Says if you followed the cryptocurrency markets even vaguely in the past year, two names should be popping out as the most vocal commentators. On the side of the naysayers, we talked about Peter Schiff, and then proponents, Michael Saylor. The two have engaged in quite a few verbal confrontations on the difference of opinion in Bitcoin. And the latest one came out yesterday after Saylor's software giant revealed plans to initiate a new securities offering to raise $1 billion. And let's keep in mind here, when Saylor tends to announce these news articles, you know, we're on the weekly here. Let me take it off the weekly, drop it down to the daily. And as mentioned, you know, Tesla, MicroStrategy, everybody coming out here, computers being slow, sorry. You know, Elon Musk opens his mouth back in February here. And then the Michael Saylor news when they're dumping on everybody and now they're back in their reaccumulation range. Very important to remember. And now they come out and say, oh yeah, we're going and we're initiating, we're buying more, blah, 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 blah. Right, the perfect timing. Right after we had that crazy drop of 29,000, well, it goes up 33%. And then Saylor opens up his mouth again talking about plans to acquire more. He's not talking about it over here where everything's falling and dropping. Of course, he's talking about it right here. So again, having the contrarian mindset and really trying to see the narrative of the people who have way more money than you and I do, what their game plan is. So Peter Schiff calling him out, pretty funny. I don't really take any value with either one of those guys saying anything about anything. Is interesting to know the timing of all of this. And it says, Schiff further alleged that Saylor and buying more Bitcoin only to keep Bitcoin from crashing instead of actually doing something positive for shareholders and investors. This is probably all just banter, smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. You know, we'll see how the stuff plays out, but it really baffles me. Like, if Saylor's so involved in Bitcoin, the next logical place to put money for epic gains would be Ethereum. Even though I think Ethereum gains are going to be pretty exhausted here. I mean, so what if it goes up 4x? It's at 20K roughly. Maybe a little bit. It has to go up 5x or 6x, I guess, from where it is now. Still not that crazy of gains, though, from what we're seeing with some of these other altcoins. But even then, Ethereum would still be a great option, in our opinion, way over Bitcoin to get crazy exponential gains. So the fact that Michael Saylor is not talking about any other cryptocurrencies is a huge red flag, in my opinion. Most likely, if I were him, I would be packing up my bags in Ethereum, since there's a lot of liquidity there for me to dump my billions of dollars into to have a crazy epic ride. But yeah, the fact that he's not talking about it makes zero sense. And the fact that these other billionaires are not talking about XRP or Ethereum yet, you really got to question, why aren't these guys coming out when it's such a great project? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, Elon Musk, to figure out that XRP is the better technology. So the fact that they're not talking about it most likely is because they're not allowed to talk about it yet, because they're probably still accumulating, and it would ruin their entry point. Can you see how that would make sense? So next up, last but not least, hedge funds plan to allocate 7% of portfolios in cryptos by 2026. It says large hedge funds expect to increase their crypto holdings to 7% in 5 years. A recent survey conducted by the Financial Times concluded this comes after the increased involvement from prominent names like Stan Druckenmiller, Paul Tudor Jones, who, let's not forget, he came out yesterday talking about having commodities, Bitcoin, and a host of other assets, Skybridge Capital, and more. So hedge funds are coming out saying that they are increasing their portfolios, and some of them are probably late to the party, but I guarantee you, we know that Goldman Sachs has been in the game for a long time. We're talking since 2013 to 2016, investing $50 million into Circle, who owns Poloniex, one of the largest crypto exchanges. So just because these articles are coming out now does not mean that they haven't been here for a very long time. So, in our opinion, altcoins are where you need to be. If you're unsure, subscribe to the newsletter. Great way to support the channel. We got a free version and a paid version. Definitely check us out. We were talking about Telcoin all the way back in November. If you join, you can go and look through our catalog, all our most recent posts. You instantly have access to that stuff, and you can see how accurate we've been. Will not be disappointed. Check us out. Support the channel. So that being said, that will do it for this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap. Please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you all in the next video.